Top SEO service for small business. Boost your online presence. Search is the new front door for small B2B brands. If you run a small B2B business, you're competing in a market where buyers self-educate before they ever reply to an email or take a call. That's why search matters. Combined organic and paid search now drive about 76% of trackable B2B website traffic. And organic search alone is tied to roughly 44.6% of B2B revenue. When your site doesn't show up for the terms your buyers use, you're not just missing traffic, you're missing deal cycles. The shift is simple. Prospects don't start with your pitch, they start with a query. By the time they talk to sales, they've already formed an opinion based on your content, your competitors' content, and whatever Google surfaced first. For small teams without unlimited ad budgets, a top SEO service is one of the few ways to build durable visibility that compounds over time. In this article, we'll break down what top SEO service for small business should mean in B2B terms, revenue intent, sales alignment, and a practical rollout plan. We'll also show how to turn rankings into meetings by connecting SEO to follow-up, pipeline reporting, and a modern SDR motion. Why SEO wins attention before Outbound gets a chance. Most buying journeys begin without you. Around 68% of online experiences start with a search engine, and organic search accounts for roughly 53% of overall website traffic. That means inbound isn't a nice-to-have channel. It's the default way your market discovers vendors, validates claims, and shortlists options. B2B buyers are also heavy search users during active evaluation. About 86% of researchers use search engines in the buying process. For small businesses, this is a rare advantage. You can compete with bigger brands by publishing more useful, more specific answers for a narrower ideal customer profile, ICP. The goal isn't to rank for everything, it's to rank for what triggers a sales conversation. SEO also complements outbound rather than replacing it. SEO captures existing demand, people already looking, while outbound creates demand, people who should care but aren't searching yet. When both are coordinated, your cold email agency or cold calling services don't feel cold anymore. Prospects recognize your brand, your POV, and your credibility from the content they've already consumed. What you're actually buying when you hire an SEO service. A top SEO service for a small B2B company should start with strategy, not tactics. That means defining your ICP, industries, company size, roles, mapping search intent to offers, demo, assessment, pricing, case study, and prioritizing a focused keyword set tied to pipeline. If an agency jumps straight to title tags without asking about your sales cycle, they're optimizing for clicks, not customers. From there, the work typically breaks into 4 deliverable categories: technical foundations, on-page optimization, content that matches buyer intent, and authority building. The best partners make these choices with constraints in mind. Small teams need a plan that's realistic, repeatable, and measurable in CRM terms, MQLs, SQLs, and opportunities. You should also expect clean analytics setup, GA4 plus Search Console, and clear conversion tracking, because traffic up is meaningless if meetings don't move. A quick rule we use: if the provider can't explain how their work will increase qualified conversations, they're not operating like a B2B growth partner. Rankings matter, but only as a lever to increase the number of high-intent accounts raising their hand. A practical 90-day SEO rollout for small teams. In the first 30 days, focus on stop the bleeding, technical basics, and measurement. That includes resolving crawl and indexing issues, improving site speed, tightening internal linking, and ensuring your key conversion paths work flawlessly on mobile. You also want proper tracking. Forms, demo requests, and contact submissions should be attributed to landing pages and, ideally, connected to your CRM. Days 31 through 60 is where you build your revenue pages and tighten messaging. For most B2B small businesses, that means optimizing 5 to 10 core pages around buyer intent keywords, category pages, use cases, comparisons, and pricing/packaging, and aligning offers to intent. If you sell locally, this is also when you fully build out your Google business profile. Local visibility is competitive because roughly 99% of people have used the internet to look up a local business, and about 40% of small businesses already outsource some local SEO. Days 61 through 90 is about turning early momentum into a repeatable system. You publish content in clusters, not random posts. Launch a simple link-earning plan, partners, associations, relevant directories, and set weekly feedback loops with sales on lead quality. By the end of day 90, you should know which pages attract ICP traffic, which offers convert, and which follow-up workflows actually produce meetings. If your SEO reporting can't connect content to conversations, you don't have an SEO program. You have a publishing hobby. How to turn rankings into meetings, not just traffic. SEO leads tend to close better because they show intent. The estimated close rate for SEO-generated leads is about 14.6%, compared to roughly 1.7% for traditional outbound leads. An enormous gap that usually comes down to timing and relevance. Your job is to capitalize on that intent with clear conversion paths and immediate follow-up. This is where many small businesses stumble. They publish content, get visits, and then do nothing with the signals. The fix is operational, not theoretical. Route form fills instantly, set response time SLAs, and create a simple playbook for hand raisers, pricing page visitors, comparison page visitors, repeat visitors. When you treat SEO signals like warm accounts, your SDR agency motion becomes more efficient and your messaging gets more specific. At SalesHive, we often step in right here because success creates a new bottleneck, more engagement than your team can work consistently. We're a B2B lead generation agency and a sales outsourcing partner, built to turn intent into booked meetings through disciplined cold email and cold calling services, plus systematic follow-up. When our outsourced sales team pairs outreach with SEO-driven engagement signals, you get faster speed to lead, cleaner qualification, and a pipeline story your revenue team can actually trust. Choosing the right SEO partner, what to ask, and what to avoid. For small B2B companies, the best SEO partner has B2B DNA, not just SEO credentials. They should ask about ACV, sales cycle length, target accounts, and buying committees. And they should be comfortable defining success in sales terms, SQLs, opportunities, influenced revenue. If they can't discuss pipeline, they won't build a program that serves pipeline. Common mistakes show up early in sales calls. Be wary of guaranteed #1 rankings, vague link-building promises, and reporting that lives entirely inside SEO tools instead of your CRM. Another frequent failure is chasing top-of-funnel volume without conversion strategy. Ranking for a broad keyword feels good until you realize none of those visitors can buy from you. Ask for specifics: which pages they'll optimize first, how they pick keywords, how they'll measure lead quality, and how they handle technical fixes with your dev resources. A strong provider will propose a prioritized roadmap, a content strategy aligned to buyer intent, and a plan to connect SEO insights to your outbound sales agency or sales development agency workflow. Scaling what works: content, authority, and outbound alignment. Once your foundation is stable, the fastest path to growth is focus. Build topical authority around the problems your ICP is actively trying to solve. That means shipping content in clusters, one core money page supported by several targeted articles, then reinforcing those assets with internal links and a modest, high-quality link-earning plan. You don't need thousands of backlinks. You need the right signals from relevant sources. The next level is using SEO data to make Outbound smarter. Search Console queries, top landing pages, and comparison traffic tell you what prospects care about right now, which improves targeting and messaging for B2B cold calling services and outbound sequences. Combine that with better targeting inputs, like list building services and persona-level segmentation, and your cold callers spend more time in relevant conversations and less time fighting for attention. This is also where execution volume matters. When intent is rising, consistent follow-up is the difference between a visitor and a meeting, and many small teams don't have the headcount to sustain it. A sales rep agency or outsourced SDR team can operationalize the grind, cadence, personalization, and retries so your SEO investment doesn't leak value after the click. What ROI to expect and what to do next? SEO is a compounding channel, which is why long-term returns can be dramatic. Across industries, small business SEO ROI has been estimated in the range of 275% to 1,220%, with stronger returns after 6 to 12 months of consistent execution. The timeline varies, but the pattern is reliable. Technical plus intent pages first, then content depth, then authority, then efficiency. The best next step is to simplify. Pick the handful of pages that should drive pipeline, make them technically sound, and align offers and follow-up. Then, build a content plan that mirrors the questions your prospects ask on calls and in procurement: pricing, comparisons, implementation, outcomes. If local matters, treat Google Business Profile and reviews as a first-class growth channel, not an afterthought. Finally, decide how you'll convert demand once you earn it. If you're generating signals you can't work, layering a proven SDR agency on top of SEO is often the highest leverage move, especially when you want speed without full-time hiring. Whether you keep it in-house or outsource sales to a B2B sales agency like SalesHive, the standard is the same. Rankings are only valuable when they reliably produce qualified meetings and revenue.